Hi guys, welcome back. We're just going to jump right in here. I'm using this Milk makeup stick that I got in my Sephora Play box this month. I'll list the exact name down below because I can't remember off the top of my head. I do know it's like a cooling primer, so I'm just rubbing it in with my hands. And yeah, we're going to see how this works out because it sounded really cool. Then I'm going to prime and conceal and add foundation and concealer. I've already done these before, I've used them, so I'm not going to show them. Here I'm just showing the concealer part because we are going to be using a concealer brush that was sent to me for review, and I'm just applying it like I normally would with my highlighting areas. Here's the brush. It's by Nanshy or Nanshy. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I apologize if I butchered it. But this is the 3D concealer, and as you can see, it has angles on both sides, and it's really great, as you can see here, for getting real close to that nose for that kind of contour. You know, when you contour with your highlight or your baking powder, I find that that was perfect for this. Super perfect. I also used it to blend out my nose contour, but I didn't show that in this video, but it was also perfect for that. So here I'm just speeding everything up so you can kind of get a look at everything. And my first impression of this brush is I really like it, and I think I'm going to be using it a lot more because it did an amazing job. I do have to say that, as you can see here, I have to blend out with my beauty blender just those edges because I do use such a light concealer in comparison to my face makeup. But other than that, it is a perfect product, and I'm very impressed. Next up is the Sorme or Sorme, I'm not sure how to pronounce that either. I think it's Sorme Cosmetics. This is a eyeshadow palette. It is the Warm Hues, and I'm going to start off with this matte cream shade just to set that concealer I put on my eye. And then, because there's no real light transition shade in this palette for me, I'm just taking my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer on a Luxie blending brush. I'll list the one I use down below. And then I am taking this warm medium toned brown, which is also a matte shade, on yet another Luxie brush. And I am basically putting this in my crease and also on the inner and outer eyelid to create a halo eye. Now, I found at first that it took a little bit to really work these shadows in. And I did find that this was warmer than I had expected, which is good and bad. I mean, it kind of depends. So as anyone should, I go back and forth and blend my edges and shadows out so there is a seamless transition, and that's what I'm doing here with the previous Luxie brush I used, but no additional product. So I'm just blending, and it seemed to work nicely. I'm taking this flat concealer brush and then this gorgeous like golden shade. I'm using it dry here, and it went on so nice, very pigmented, no fallout. It was just gorgeous. I wanted it to be a little more metallic, so I sprayed my brush after I applied more product to it and applied that on top of where I've already placed the product, and I love the way it looked. Now back in with the brush that I used for that medium brown color and a little bit more product, I'm just blending the edges between the matte and the shimmer. Now using this SL Miss Glam blending brush, I'm just blending those edges. This is my favorite brush to use, in case you didn't already know. And going back into that matte cream shade, I'm going to highlight my brow and really create that seamless transition. This shade is quite light, but it blends nicely, which you can see me doing here. Now I'm taking a small brush and I'm going in with this even lighter shimmer shade. It's more of like an icy white almost, and I'm using that as my inner corner highlight. And I will also be using it on the very top of my brow to really lift it up. Now I'm going in with this Luxie smudger brush, and I'm going back in with that medium brown shade, and I am smudging that completely along the lower lash line. I wanted to really smoke this out and do kind of like a daytime smoky eye, you know? Now with a 219 brush from MAC and my butter bronzer, I'm just going to blend that out a little bit more and just smoke it out some more, you know, blow that shit out. Back in with that shimmery champagne color, and I'm putting that on the center of the lower lash line to mimic what I did on the lid. Now with my NYX Epic Ink liner, I love this liner. This is not a first impressions of this. I've been using this forever, but I felt that it kind of needed to be inserted because I do such a tiny little line, and I wanted to show how thin and fine that brush tip is. Plus, it's waterproof, so how can you go wrong? Oh, magic of editing. Mascara and lashes. These are the Ardell 810s, I believe. This is the first time I'm using these, and I really love them with this look. This lipstick is by Vive Cosmetics. If you want to know more about them, I will definitely link them down below. This is a brand new color I received in the mail a couple of days ago. It is in the shade Chingona. Yes, that is what I said, Chingona. Anyways, this shade is absolutely stunning. I have been getting compliments left and right. And the formula of these liquid lipsticks are absolutely amazing. And they last fairly well through greasy food. I mean, like any liquid lipstick, they're going to, you know, kind of break apart once you get any sort of oil or whatever on them. But I only had to reapply on the center of my lips. But I love this shade. It's so stunning. Last but not least, adding some Makeup Fixer by Ofra, one of my holy grails. And that's the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And final impressions of the eyeshadow palette. I love it. It blends beautifully. I highly recommend it, and I'll link it below.